Hey guys, today I'm going to step out of my comfort zone a little bit. I'm going to be installing and reviewing a BSD distribution. This BSD distribution is called GhostBSD. It is based on FreeBSD, but where FreeBSD is geared mainly toward servers, routers, storage devices, GhostBSD is really designed as a desktop operating system. It is geared toward the desktop BSD user, and it is trying to achieve simplicity. Simple installer, easy to use utilities. So I've had a lot of viewers on the channel requests that I review GhostBSD. I've never taken a look at GhostBSD before, so this will be a first impression install and review. When I go to the download tab here on ghostbsd.org, they offer me two different versions, GhostBSD Mate and GhostBSD XFCE. I'm going to download the Mate edition, 64-bit. The GhostBSD Mate edition is 2.5 gigs in size. So I'm going to install GhostBSD 11.1. This was released November of 2017. I'm going to install this inside a virtual machine today. Being that it is based on FreeBSD, I believe FreeBSD is a rolling distribution, so being that this was released 4 months ago, if I update this machine, there should be quite a number of packages that are available for update. Okay guys, so I'm going to go into this totally blind. I don't know anything about GhostBSD at all. Looks like we're going straight to a live environment. It looks like it is using the Slim login manager. Slim, as the name suggests, it's a lightweight login manager. I really don't like this particular login manager. It's kind of clunky. Also, it hasn't been maintained in several years. So I don't know why GhostBSD is using the Slim login manager when things like LightDM exist. But anyway, looks like our username for the live environment is GhostBSD. So, and luckily it didn't ask me for any kind of password. So I'm not sure if I would be able to figure out a password if I needed one. VirtualBox guest editions work out of the box here in the live environment. A very pretty Mate desktop. I'm not crazy about the choice of the system font here. But anyway, that's a minor gripe. This is a live environment after all. Let me see if I can find the installer. The system tools. Okay guys, I had to reboot the virtual machine. There was some kind of glitch. I couldn't find the installer and the Mate menu system, so I rebooted the virtual machine and restarted the live desktop environment. Now I have icons on the desktop, and one of those icons is the GhostBSD installer. I'm not sure why these icons weren't here the first time. So I'm going to run through the installer real quick. Language, it's already chosen English for me. I'm going to click Next. Okay, for some reason I can't get the installer. Okay, I must have clicked on English here next like 50 times. I paused the camera and it just would not go to the next screen for me, but it finally works now. I'm not sure what the difference is. But anyway, this is a virtual machine. I won't gripe too much about some bugginess inside the live desktop environment here. Keyboard layout. USA. I can test it out here in the test field. I probably should, since I'm already having some issues here with the installer. Want to make sure the keyboard's working correctly. For time zone, I'm going to choose America, Chicago, which is the central time zone here in the US. For installation type and boot manager, you know what? I'm going to do ZFS, since it's what everybody tends to run in BSD. For boot manager option, it's ticked on here. Install only the FreeBSD loader. I'm going to leave that as is. Alright, for partitioning here, looks like it wants to create a 6 gig swap partition. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do 1 gig for a swap. I probably really don't even need to create a swap in a virtual machine. Alright, we need to create our administrator password, our root password. So let me type a very hard password here. Super weak. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to go with it anyway. We need to create our user and our user's password. Alright, created my user, DT. Gave that user a password. The shell. It looks like it wants to use fish for the shell. I don't know anything about fish. I like bash or ZSH. I'm good with either one of them. I'll just go ahead and choose bash. Alright, and we have our little slideshow starting. And I think that is all I needed to do. So I'm just going to let this run for a few minutes. I'm going to pause the recording. And the GhostBSD installer is finished running. That took, 5 to 10 minutes. I need to reboot the VM. And I've rebooted the machine. This is our newly installed GhostBSD. Interesting little bootloader. Of course, it's not Grub. This is the FreeBSD bootloader. And we'll wait and see how long boot up time takes. Looks like the VirtualBox guest editions are loading out of the box. Don't have to install anything. Alright, so we're back to the Slim Login Manager. This hideous login manager. I really wish they would have included a better login manager than Slim. Slim is really annoying to use. Any of you guys that have ever used Slim, it's confusing changing the sessions by hitting the F1 key on the keyboard. It's also confusing, or it's tedious because you always have to enter a username, where on most login managers, the username's already been selected for you. You just need to enter a password. Anyway, this is GhostBSD 11.1. This is their Monta edition. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the menu system and show you the applications installed by default. So under Applications, Accessories, we have our character map. We have ngrandpa Archive Manager. That's your archive utility for zip, unzip. We have gvim. Gvim is a GUI version of Vim rather than being a terminal-based text editor. Vim, this is more of your standard look and feel text editor, but it still uses all the Vim controls. Alright, also under Accessories, we have the Monta calculator, the Monta font viewer, the Monta search tool. We have Plank for a dock. Of course, I just launched Plank here. So pretty cool little dock. Let's see if I can remember how to quit. Control and then right click with the mouse gets that menu up, and then I'm able to quit Plank. Alright, also under Accessories, we have Pluma, which is the text editor in Monta. Our Pluma is a small and lightweight text editor for the Monta desktop. This is 1.18.2 is the version number. Also under Accessories, we have our root terminal. Let me go ahead and open up the terminal. Let me give it my root password. Not exactly sure what terminal emulator they're using here. I would assume it's probably the Monta terminal. It is. It's Monta terminal 1.18.1. And while I have this open, this uname-r work here, it does. It doesn't give me, of course, a Linux kernel, but it gives me 11.1-release. Uname-a, well, if I can type it right, uname-a, gives me FreeBSD, some extra information here, various things going on. For those of you interested in it, there it is. Really kind of clueless as far as FreeBSD, GhostBSD, any kind of BSD tools and utilities, especially regarding the command line. I've never used BSD. I've never lived in it. Taken a look at a few BSD versions and virtual machines before, but never any lengthy time spent with them. I have our screenshot utility under Accessories. We have Vim, which is the terminal-based Vim. This is Vim in the terminal. Under Accessories, we also have xfburn, which is our disk burning utility. This is the disk burning utility that is standard in the XFCE desktop environment. Under Education, we have LibreOffice Math installed. Graphics, we have the Eye of Monta image viewer, we have LibreOffice Draw, the Monta color selection tool. And also under graphics, we have Shotwell. Shotwell is our photo manager. Shotwell is a really nice program for those of you that are into photography and have to manage a large collection of photos. Right, under Internet, Firefox is our web browser. Alright, Firefox took a long time to load up there, and then I get this screen. Your Firefox is out of date. It says, your Firefox is critically out of date. An update is required to stay secure. Update now. Let me click the Update Now button and see what happens here. The new Firefox, fast for good. Okay. Update your Firefox to the latest in speed and privacy. Of course, I have Windows, Mac, and Linux versions, even Android and iOS, but no BSD version, so I'm not sure if I can do anything there. Let me see what version of Firefox this was, though. Let's see. Is it under Preferences? No. Customize. Actually, it's right here. This little help button about Firefox. Yeah, 56.0.2. Yeah, that is an old version. All right. Also under Internet, we have GhostBSD IRC. This is some kind of IRC chat client. Probably Hex Chat. Yep, it's Hex Chat. And it's going to automatically connect us to the Freenode network and to the GhostBSD support channel. I'm just going to close out of this. I don't have any kind of support questions to ask. At least not right now. Hex Chat was the name of the IRC client. Pigeon Instant Messenger is an instant messenger utility. And of course, Thunderbird is the email client. Under Office, we have Actual Document Viewer for viewing documents, PDFs. We have the entire LibreOffice suite. We have Base, Calc, Draw, Impress, Math, and Writer. Let's see what version of LibreOffice we're using. Looks like they're still on LibreOffice 5. Version 5.3.7 for LibreOffice. Again, this is older ISO, November of 2017 was the date on it. For sound and video, we have Cheese. Cheese is a webcam app, similar to what I'm using here. This is not Cheese, this is GUVC View, but Cheese is a webcam utility. I can't demonstrate Cheese here in a VM because my webcam is not hooked up to my VM here. It's hooked up to the host machine. We have Excel, which is our audio player, I believe. Yep, it's our music player. I've never really played around with Excel, but it's been around for a while. I've seen it around. GNOME MPlayer is our movie player, media player. Plays audio, video. MPlayer here is for videos or audio. Either one. A lot of audio players can play video. A lot of video players can play audio and vice versa. We have the Pulse Audio volume control installed. We have sound. And then we have XFburn again for disk burning. For system tools, we have the Kaja file manager, the standard file manager in the Monta desktop environment, Kaja 1.18.4. Also under system tools, we have the Cups manager for our printer drivers. We have the dconfig editor, the dconf editor. We have GhostBSD bugs. That's a bug tracking system for GhostBSD. We have GSmart control. I'm not sure what that is. It requires my administrator password, though. Yeah, I'm not sure what GSmart control is. Nothing came up. So I entered a root password, but no icons or anything. So I'm not sure exactly what that was supposed to do. We have our log file viewer, also under System Tools. We have the Monta Disk Usage Analyzer. Let me take a look at this. I gave this machine 15 gigs of hard disk space. Well, 16 gigs, but 1 gig was going to be a swap. So, total file system usage, 7.2 gigs. So, using about half of the disk space I gave it. Also, under System Tools, we have the Monta System Monitor. Let's check CPU and memory usage. Let things settle down here for a second. Yeah, CPU usage is pretty low. One processor is using around 3%, the other is 2%. It fluctuates a little bit, but pretty low CPU usage. Memory usage is very, very high, 1.6 gigs. That is unusual. I'm not sure exactly what is causing that. let me look at the processes going on. Let me make this window a little bigger. See if we can find what is using all that memory. Dbus is using... It's kind of hard to tell what's going on with the memory here because this weird font they have. It's not spaced correctly. I can't tell if I'm sorting ascending or descending here. I think this is it. What's taking the most memory? Actually, the Monta system monitor itself is taking the most RAM. Kaja is also using a lot of RAM, but I don't have a file manager open. But Kaja may be controlling some desktop functions, such as the icons on the desktop. I'm not sure on that. We have Monta session taking up quite a bit. Python, the Monta settings daemon, the Monta panel. Yeah, so resources, 1.6 gigabytes. Also under system tools, we have the Monta terminal. Now, while I have the Monta terminal open, was HTOP installed here? No, it's not. I was wanting to see if the RAM usage would settle down, taking a look at it in HTOP rather than the Monta system monitor. We have our graphical package manager, Octo package, Octo PKG. So filter installed packages, granted permissions without asking for a password. So we're super user here. So we can install and remove software. I was just asking about HTOP. Let's see if a simple search for HTOP here returns anything. And HTOP is here. Let's see. What do I need to do? Right click on it, choose install, and hit commit. The following package needs to be retrieved, 3 megabytes in size. Run in terminal. Yeah, sure, why not? Of course, again, saying that we're doing this with root permission. Proceed with this action, yes or no. I chose yes. So this should install HTOP for us. I was asked yes or no a second time. Okay. I think that was it. Let me see. If I go and open the Monta terminal again. HTOP. Yep. We now have HTOP. And memory usage is much, much lower using HTOP in the terminal. 939 megs, that's still really high. That's unusually high for Monta. But it was 1.6 gigs when we were checking the mem usage in the Monta system monitor, the graphical system monitor. So something was going on with the Monta system monitor. It was really using too much RAM for some reason. All right, we have power statistics. I'm not on a laptop. I'm assuming that's probably what that is. Yeah. Also under System Tools, Xterm. Xterm, of course, is your standard Xterm terminal emulator. I'm not sure why you would choose to use that when you have a better terminal installed here with the Monta terminal, but Xterm is there if you need it. Alright, also in the menu system, we have our Places menu. This just opens up our file manager at various locations within our directory structure, such as home, desktop, computer, network. So if I open the home folder, this just opens my username's home folder, DT's folder here. Under System, we have Preferences, we have Hardware, and this is for setting display, keyboard, mouse, power management, internet, network. We have Look and Feel, so Appearance here. I'm assuming we can change our themes here. Alright, let's see what kind of themes are installed. So I opened up our file manager. This is the Kaja file manager again because I want to see what these themes look like as I change them. So Black Monta here. That's a really nice, actually, dark theme. I would probably use that one. That's really nice. Blue Submarine. I'm not sure. I don't really like that one. Blue Monta. That's not bad. I have Green Submarine. Yeah, that's pretty hideous looking too. Let's see what else. Numix. The Numix themes are really nice. This is Numix at SX Dark. We have Numix XX Full Dark. I like that one. So 2 really nice dark themes. Oh, we have the Monta theme here. This is a really nice. If you like that silvery, grayish kind of look, Monta's nice. And of course we have the Numix Light. If you like a lighter theme, white with some silver accents. You know what? I'm probably just going to go with the full dark, the Numix full dark. Let me apply that. Yeah. Let's see what kind of backgrounds we have. So, do we have any kind of wallpapers to choose from here? Yep, we have a few. Looks like standard wallpapers, though. I think this is the Monta wallpaper pack that's installed. Like if you install the Monta wallpaper pack in Debian or Ubuntu, these are the same wallpapers. Anyway, we have some flower pictures. I have this really nice blue wallpaper with the Monta logo. Now, I chose a dark theme, so really I need a lighter colored wallpaper. So maybe something like this. That's not very attractive, but here's one. Looks like some flower petals with some rain droplets. And here's one that's mostly white. That would probably look really good with a dark theme. Yeah, I like that. We also have options for fonts here. They're using the Montserrat font. This font looks hideous. I don't know why they chose this for a default application font. This thing looks so bad. So, let me help out the GhostBSD guys. If you're wondering how to improve your fonts, you need to go to application font here, GhostBSD devs, and you need to search for Deja Vu. Oh, Deja Vu is installed. So you guys already have this installed here. So Deja Vu Serif. Do I want the condensed or the regular? Actually, I'm going to do the Deja Vu Sans. Let's do Deja Vu Sans book. And instead of a 12-point font, which is kind of large, let's make it 11. Let's see what that looks like. Wow. Look at this application menu. This is, wow. There you go, guys. GhostBSD devs. I guess I need to submit that. And here you go, guys. I just set everything to Deja Vu Sans. Application menu looks so much better. The desktop font, the application font, the title bar font, all Deja Vu Sans. I did Deja Vu Sans Mono for our terminal font. Alright, under the interface tab here, show icons in the menus. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, back to the system menu. I'm going to go to preferences, look and feel. We have our main menu, I guess, to edit our menu system. Also, under look and feel, we have station tweak. Let's see what this is. Alright, desktop icons. I don't use desktop icons. Let me tick all these off. Do I want the mounted volumes on the desktop? No, I don't even want them. I'll just open up a file manager if I want to see my mounted volumes. Interface. The Monta desktop for panel layouts. We also have classic. Let's see what classic looks like. Yeah, I like classic. Purity. Let's see what purity looks like. I guess it's just one panel system. I actually really like that. I really don't use two panels. I don't like using two panels, one at the top and the bottom. I don't like using a panel and a dock at the top and the bottom because it's wasted space. When you can put everything in one panel or one dock, it just saves on screen real estate. So this is probably what I would do if I was running Monta, the Purity layout here. Let's see what Element does. Okay, this has your menu system and, of course, a dock at the bottom. Again, I think it's kind of wasted space. Although the dock can get out of your way, you can IntelliHide the dock, but still, you know what? I'll leave this up for now because it is pretty sharp looking, the plank dock. All right, for icons, show icons on menus, button labels, icon size, large. What if we choose small? Does that change anything? That probably was our desktop icons, I'm assuming. I'll just put it back to large. Under the Windows tab here, under Station Tweak, use compositing is ticked on. Yeah, I want to use a compositor. Appearance, button layouts, traditional, right, contemporary on the left. I actually like them on the left. I've gotten used to them being on the left because Unity always had them on the left. And I actually like that layout. Once you get used to it, it makes sense. So much of what goes on your screen, actually, it all takes place on the left side of your screen. Your menu systems are always on the left. Your back and forward buttons on the web browsers on the left. Everything happens on the left side of the screen. You really never travel to the right side of the screen for anything. So I kind of like the buttons on the left. So, but it's there for you. You can do right or left. So you have options. Window Manager. We have Marco, and that is it. Simple desktop effects are on. I'm going to go to the System menu again. I'm going to choose Control Center. This is just your standard control center with all your preferences and settings. I was going to see if we had any kind of update manager or update tool. I don't see one here. Let me go back to System. It may have been in the menus. Well, right here under Administration, Update Station. Let's see what that does. Okay, we have this icon here. If I click on it, I guess it's taking a minute to load. Then the icon disappears. I didn't see anything happen. I'm not exactly sure what that was supposed to do. Yeah, that's the only thing left here. The update station. Well, I guess you don't really need that update station, whatever it's supposed to do, because didn't we have a Octo package anyway? I bet we update the system with it. We go back to Octo PKG. So when you first launch Octo PKG, it's syncing the databases. All right. We do have this button here for package upgrade. Let me click it and see what happens. See if that... Yeah, okay, and that will run an upgrade. The following 199 packages need to be retrieved. I'm going to run this in the terminal. Okay. Of course, we're running it as super user. All right, 754 megabytes need to be downloaded. Click yes to this. And I'm going to pause the video. I'm actually going to let this run to see how long it takes to install 199 packages. I'm kind of curious if this is fast or if this is slow. It's one of the things that kind of makes or breaks a lot of distros. For somebody like me, I can't stand slow package managers that take forever to do updates. I've kind of gotten used to being spoiled with Debian and the apt package manager and Arch and the Pacman. So, but it looks like it's downloading the packages very fast. Let's see after it downloads them, how fast it takes to actually install them. Oh, it's taking a minute. So this has been running about 9 minutes now. It's still fetching package 164 of 199. So it's not even finished downloading them all. It's not horribly slow or anything. But it's not fast either. It doesn't bother me though. The download time here, kind of middle of the road. I will say that package 166 here is Firefox 59.0. So we were on 56, version 56 of Firefox, which it warned us was critically out of date. So this update will fix that problem. And I mentioned that since it's based on FreeBSD. FreeBSD is rolling, it's a pseudo kind of rolling model that FreeBSD has. I think like their core programs, they're not rolling, but all your applications like Firefox and, that sort of thing, all that's rolling. All right, it finished fetching those 199 packages. It took about 14 minutes to download them. Now it's extracting them. The extraction is going very fast. So, all right, and the updater has finished running. So that took, about 17 minutes to upgrade 199 packages. Not too bad. I'm getting a message here that an update is available, even after I just did that update. And look at all these icons here. Okay, here is the update station. So the update station is our update manager, that sits in the sys tray here. It says a software update is available. Cups, GNOME-VFS. Yeah, don't really need to fool with that right now. Let's see. This one is the same thing. Yeah, so let me close all of those. All right. So, what are my thoughts on GhostBSD? Again, this was a first impression install and review. I've never played with GhostBSD, knew nothing about it before I sat down and did this review. Didn't read anything about it, didn't watch any reviews on it, nothing. the GhostBSD install, very simple, pretty standard. If you're familiar with a lot of the easy to use Linux installers like Ubiquiti, Calamares, this GhostBSD install, no problem. It was a breeze. What do I think about the GhostBSD Monta desktop, the UI, and, living in something like GhostBSD on a desktop? I'm okay with it. I don't hate it. I hated TrueOS when I reviewed that. I thought that thing was terrible. The Lumina desktop environment was complete garbage. Half the stuff in TrueOS seemed like it was broken. GhostBSD seems like a well put together desktop BSD distribution. The Monta desktop, it works. The suite of applications they chose, sensible, stuff like LibreOffice and the various Monta apps, work great. The themes and icons and wallpaper packs, it's very user-friendly. I think anybody would be able to use GhostBSD out of the box. The only thing I didn't like, their login manager, I don't know why they went with Slim. There are so many better login managers. Get rid of Slim. There's no reason to use that thing. And again, it hasn't been maintained in many, many years. So it's a dead project anyway. You need to move on to something other than Slim for a display manager. The other thing I didn't like was fonts. They were using that weird Montserrat font for the system font, and that looked horrible. Use Deja Vu or Droid or the Ubuntu font family or any of those good, free, open source font families that we have. Don't get cute and try to use something that nobody else is using. Use what works. The Deja Vu fonts that I just, changed within a few seconds automatically made this thing look so much better. You guys probably need to seriously consider changing the fonts, GhostBSD devs. But other than that, I give the installer an A. I give the GhostBSD Monta edition, the desktop, I give that an A. So you guys interested in taking a look at a new user-friendly BSD? Again, I'm not a BSD user, and I thought this was great. Guys, check out GhostBSD 11.1. Peace.